Okay, hello. My name is Delaney, and I will be telling you a little bit about the three states of matter: solids, liquids, and gases. For solids, an example is like clocks and submarines and hammers. And for liquids, it's like a bathtub or water or coffee.
A solid is something that is hard, you can hold. Well, actually, you can hold anything that's a solid and a liquid and not a gas. But a solid, it has tiny particles that don't move around as much because a solid keeps its shape. So they don't really move as much around. But, so, that's what a solid is. A liquid is a particle that moves around medium, but not as much as a gas. A gas moves around faster and it separates. A liquid kind of stays together, all scrunched up. And a solid is kind of what it's like, it keeps its shape so they don't move around as much. So, yeah. As you can see here, these are solids, is the first one, liquids, gas. These are the little tiny particles in the stuff that you have. So, for example, a solid, as you can tell, doesn't move around as much, which is probably like a submarine or stuff like that. But a liquid, you can see, doesn't keep its shape. It just keeps its shape when it's in that bottle. So, this is an ice cube. It's melting, so that makes it a solid that is melting into a liquid. When you put something that's a solid, like if it's an ice cube, and you put it in a pan, in a hot pan, it will melt because that pan is hot and that ice cube is a solid, so it starts melting because the ice cube is cold and it's a solid, so it starts melting into a liquid till it turns to water. So it will be complete water once it's all done melting. So that's what a liquid is. Liquid is something you can use to drink or just use. This is little ice cubes that it's just a picture, but this would be a solid. Now, the other ice cubes that you guys just saw would have been a liquid because it was melting. But these are just plain solid. So, I think you guys kind of get what a solid is now, but maybe we could use a little more stuff. But a solid is what you can hold, and a liquid is what you can hold. A gas you can't really hold because a gas is kind of like a volcano or fire. So these are solids. As you can see here, this is an ice cube. It's a solid and it's kind of melting into a liquid. But if that solid melts, then the liquid that's right next to it, that is a melted ice cube or just water you get out of the water tower. But a solid is something that's hard and it keeps its shape, unlike an ice cube. An ice cube is, a gas is one thing that you can't hold. It's kind of like a volcano, fire, a cloud. A cloud is made up of gases that are like, it's puffy. It's like just little tiny particles of dust. but a gas is one that you cannot hold. Sometimes you can. This is a gas. A hot air balloon takes gas to blow it up. Some gases you can't see, like air. So hot air balloons take gas to blow them up and lift them up. Gases are particles in gas. They move around because they're free. They don't have to be close together. But those little particles in gas, if it's a gas, they separate. So they don't touch together. But a liquid, this is a liquid. Water is a liquid that you can drink. Some liquids you can drink, some you can't. For an example, if you have chemicals that are in water, you can't drink that. But if it's like a dangerous chemical, then you can't drink it if it's in water, because that could poison you, or just something could happen. And we don't want that to happen to anybody, but it could if you guys are not very safe with chemicals. So always be safe with chemicals. That's one thing that you have to do. Be safe with chemicals. So that's a liquid for you guys. This iPhone is a solid. Solids are particles that keep their shape. So if you drop this, it might break a little, but these iPhones are very expensive. That's one thing I have to say. But a solid can be anything that keeps its shape, and the little tiny particles don't move around as fast. So that's kind of similar to a liquid. Liquids don't keep their shapes though, and their little tiny particles stay down low. So that's kind of...
Hi. So now you know more about the three states of matter: solids, liquids, and gases. Now I'm going to teach you, actually me and Chelsey are going to teach you how they change into different forms. Let's head down to see what Chelsey's looking up at. Hi. How's your day going? Good. So, I heard that you're going to be teaching us how the three states of matter changes.
Yes.
So, how do they?
Well, first of all, I'm going to teach you guys, and then, yeah.
Okay.
A material will change from one state or phase to another at specific combinations of temperature and surrounding pressure. Typically, the pressure is atmospheric pressure. So temperature is the determining factor to change in state in all those cases.
Okay.
Names such as boiling and freezing are given to the various changes in states of matter. The temperature of a material will increase until it reaches the point where the change takes place. It will stay at that temperature until that change is completed. These are some questions you may have about how they change. What are the changes in the states called? How does the temperature change when the states change? How are some common temperatures to change the state? So that's a bit how they change.
Okay, so that's how they change, and hopefully you've learned more about how or what they are, the three states of matter: solids, liquids, and gases, and how they form into different ones.
Yes.
So,
And I have some more to show you. Okay. You start. Okay, so this is a graph that shows what it is, and so start form from solid changes to a liquid and melts. And then the next one is liquid changes to a solid by freezing it. A liquid changes to a gas by boiling it. A gas changes to a liquid by condensation. Solid changes to a gas, skipping liquid phase, by sublimation. Gas changes to a solid, skipping liquid phase again, and gas changes to a solid by depositing.
okay, so that's a lot more, and that's how they actually change to different matters. And so that's good information to know. So now you know more stuff. We'll learn even more. Let's see what you got.
Okay, so as you can see here, the material is H2O, and boiling it becomes a gas, which is 100% Celsius, and then, so that's 0 Celsius. By freezing it, it becomes a solid. The next material is iron, Fe. That is 2,750 C, which means Celsius. And then the freezing it becomes a solid, 1,535. And then the next material you would use would be O for oxygen. Minus 183 Celsius is boiling. Then that becomes a gas. Whenever you boil something that's a solid, it becomes a gas. And then that leads into freezing, which becomes a solid, minus 218 Celsius. Hg is mercury. 357 C Celsius, boiling it. And then freezing would be minus 39 C. And then this ethyl alcohol is 78 Celsius, sorry. And freezing would be minus 114 Celsius.
So that is how they change the temperatures for them to actually change. So now you know. So try it at home actually. Try having water and boiling it into that kind of stuff. So, do you have any more results for us? Okay.
Nope.
Well, we hope you've learned how the 3 states matter, or what they are, and how they change into different forms. See you next time on Let's Learn About Matter. Okay, now you know the 3 states of matter: solids, liquids, and gases. Now we're going to shorten it up and put it in a summary. Let's go see what Chelsey has done.
Hi guys. The names of the changes in state are melting, freezing, boiling, condensation, sublimation, and depositation. The temperature of a material will increase until it reaches the point where the change takes place. It will stay at the temperature until the change is completed. A material will change from one state to another at specific combinations of temperature and surrounding pressure, typically at atmospheric temperature. Sometimes change can be good. And that was our short summary.
Okay, well now you know the summary of solids, liquids, and gases. So see you next time on Let's Learn About Matter.